Hello. We are now live. I don't think anybody's here yet. So I'll just wait a little bit until some people get on to explain what I'm doing with this sketch. But it's Halloween themed. Um Damn, nobody wants to show up. I'll go make a community post for y'all bitches. Get on here, come on. Come watch my stream. Anybody here? Oh, there we go. Okay, there's people. Hello. I'm making a community post. Hold on. Exclamation point. Post. So, if you couldn't tell, I'm drawing John and Martin in their Halloween costumes. They're Adam and Barbara from Beetlejuice, and their cat is dressed up as Beetlejuice. And Martin is Adam, and John is Barbara because John's not gender non-conforming and he wears a dress. Because I was like, oh, let's take the two things that are ladies' kitchen utensils. No. We don't stand for sexism. Hold on. I'm just doing the liner right now. And, I don't know. This is kind of a chill stream. I have stuff to do later. But we're just chilling. And, you know. I'm just holding the mic up to my mouth. I don't know. We can do like an impromptu Q&A. We can talk about Halloween and like what your guys' plans are. I don't know. Like, we're just hanging out, my guys. Parasocial relationship who? So, yeah, I'm just inking right now. Here's John. So, like, I don't know, pop some questions in the chat. Just talk. Like, what's up, people? What are y'all gonna dress up as? Not to be anticlimactic, but I literally am not dressing up because, no, that's nice. Because we weren't sure if Halloween was gonna be happening or not, and then by the time it got confirmed that, like, trick-or-treating was going on, I just didn't feel like getting a costume set up. So I'm just gonna be hanging out with some friends, which is like sad because I really do like Halloween and I like using it as an excuse to dress up. But yeah, it's because of COVID, you know. Oh, Plague Doctor is fitting for the year that we're in right now, isn't it? Because we are experiencing. I did not sketch a hand. Let's see if I can just fudge it. Beautiful. That's not good, but I don't feel like redrawing it. I could do a closet cosplay. I mean, I could. That's what I do on... I realize I don't believe I've mentioned it here before. I have a TikTok where you guys can, like, I don't know, go watch. Don't tell my dad, but, it has my face in it. But it's just cosplay videos. 3 sides, 1 eye face reveal. I could use my John cosplay, yes, that's what I'm talking about right now, but, like, because I'm not doing anything, I'm not, like, I'm not going to a Halloween party, really, or, like, trick-or-treating, or anything. I'm just hanging out with a friend. It's gonna be, like, I don't know, like a group of maybe 4 of us, obviously social distance, and following the rules of Corona, because we're good children. But yeah. Steampunk scientist and play doctor. That does sound like a fun aesthetic. I want to redo this line. This is a shitty line. Da-da-da. Perfect. Beautiful. I've been doing more traditional art lately because, like, this week my stylus broke. So I went a couple of days without one. And it really just made it clear that I have one hobby, and it's drawing digitally. So that was an adventure where I was like, I have no ways of entertaining myself because I do one thing. Like, I just do this one thing. But it was fine. I had school work to do. Let's see if I can fudge another hand. Let's go. Already off to a bad start. Let's go. Come on. No. Let me fudge this hand. Good enough. Pro tip, you should probably sketch your hands before you start inking. I did not. And this is the hell that we live in. I'm so proud of this Halloween costume idea for them. I was like, what's another spooky thing but it's like wholesome? And I was like, how could I forget? Their cat is dressed up as Beetlejuice. Hand speed run, yes. I've been watching a lot of the like Minecraft YouTubers, and I gotta say, Jay is really becoming my favorite. And I know that's an unpopular opinion, because most people are like, oh, Dream, oh, George, oh, Sapnap, oh, Wilbur Pog, oh, Tommy, oh, Tubbo. And I'm like, yes, I like them. I do watch their videos, and they're all wonderful people, and they're good. But Shot's, like, individual videos on his channel are just so buck wild. I love them. He has a series where he plays, like, these cursed me games, like, for the Wii. And it's just a time. And, like, yeah, I know most people know Jay Shot because he's the villain in the Dream SMP drama. But he's just absolutely fucking batshit in all of his videos. It's so funny. Like, people are like, oh, Tommy's chaotic. It's like, oh, Technoblade is full of chaos. And I'm like, have you seen Jay Schlatt's videos? Because there is a king of chaos on the Minecraft server. It is not Techno, and it is not Tommy. It's Jay Schlatt, because he just... I love him. He's just so fucking insane. Like, king. I love it. I don't know. Y'all can like pop questions in the chat for me, I guess. He is wild and I love him. What do you want to know about your favorite art YouTuber? I'm working on another Tazgrad animatic favorite YouTuber. Yes. My favorite YouTuber, or are you calling me your favorite YouTuber? Yes, I'm glad you like my Taz animatics. I have one that I'll probably post next week. It's an Argo one, and then I'm working on a Fitzroy one. And then I also have TMA animatics planned also, because I do love... Yes, Taz Argo is a Taz one. I don't know. I love Argo. I've always admired how you draw hands. How do you do them? Honestly, I don't know. Podcast Rex, probably... I mean, honestly, the main podcasts that I listen to are the Magnus and, like, the McElroys. I don't really listen to too much other stuff. Hold on. I'll get to the hand question in a bit. I just want to finish inking John. And then I'll do a quick, like, side tutorial, I guess. Pensive. I'm sorry. I'm just, like, super... My brain just hyper focuses on one thing. There we go. Okay, let's get some Rex in the chat. I'm sorry. I know Welcome to Night Vale is good. Personally, I can't stand the guy's voice, and I'm sorry. Like, I tried listening to it, but he just is... It's bad audio for me. But, yeah, I hear that's good. And it's also, like, the OG. I know Penumbra's good. My friend listens to it. I don't know that much about it other than it's like a spy thing, I think. And Juno is non-binary canonically, and I think that's good. Pog like hair. I mean, like, yeah. Okay, so for somebody asked how I draw my hands. The basic thing when thinking about hands is like the shape. So I'm sure you've heard this, where it's like a pentagon, and the thumb is like that, and then like those are the hands. Sometimes I like to do this thing where I like sort of make a group of fingers one shape rather than differentiating them, because it's simpler. And it would like kind of look creepy if I did every single like hand. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I like that better. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll make all the fingers into one shape and then just have like a line like this. It basically is what I'm talking about. And it's important to think about it as a 3D shape. So like, if somebody's pointing at you, you're not going to see like the whole finger. It'll be like that. Something like that. And honestly, a good thing is in general, just do studies and practice. it took me a long time to be able to just, like, whip out a hand out of nothing. And obviously, like, it depends on the complexity of the pose or whatever, but it just comes down to practice. But yeah, just basically break it down into simpler shapes and do your best to think about it as a three-dimensional thing. And what I do a lot of the time is, if I'm trying to get a specific hand pose, I'll just, like, hold up my hand and I'll just look at it. My favorite thing to draw, well, if we're talking about, like, specifically, like, I really like drawing TMA stuff, but, like, more generally, I like using art as a method of storytelling. Like, I have this I have my web comic. Go read it. It's nadir. It's a year old, so it's kind of bad. Wilbur just went live? No, Wilbur, don't ruin my live stream. Ollie, here's the thing. Wilbur will make a video of it later, and he posts his VODs, but you're never here for my streams. Thank you. Then I have another comic that I did for a comic making class. And it was about, like, religion and stuff. And I think better in art than I do in writing. I mean, this stream will... I don't know. Don't these streams automatically just, like, post? But, like, Ollie, you're never here. Ollie, come on. Wilbur streams more than me. I'd never stream. You can go to Wilbur at another time. Wilbur streams all the time. Yeah. Please check out my comic. I advertise it in, like, every video at the end. It's called Nadir. I kind of hate it because the art is old. Because I made it last summer. So, like, sometimes I, like, go back to the pages and internally scream. But, like, I don't know. I like using art as a way to communicate my ideas because I think better. And I express my ideas more, like, complexly with art, if that makes sense. It's the same way with, like, how some people are, like, really effective writers. I'm not. Like, I need to have that visual aspect, because it's just how I think. That being said, my least favorite thing to draw is probably, like, well, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with using linear perspective. Because, like, it looks so good, but it takes so long. And I'm trying to incorporate more backgrounds into my animatics, which is hell. Because I have to draw so many backgrounds, then I have to use linear perspective, and it's the worst. And I hate... Like, it's calming once you get into it, but it's like... When I'm in animatic mode, I want to draw a lot quickly, and then I have to, like, take these breaks to draw, like, a fucking background that'll be on screen for, like, 2 seconds. Yeah, I really do, like, it's fun. I like 1 point and 2 point and 3 point perspective because I like playing with perspective. Get camera shots that are more interesting. But because I'm adding more backgrounds, I have to draw it all the time. It's so fucking annoying. It's much easier to do digitally than traditionally, I'll say, because, like, digitally you have a bunch of tools that, like, radial rulers and whatever, that makes it very easy. And traditional, you just have to like pick a point and just use a ruler and just keep going. It's so annoying. But yeah. I love them. See, season 5 has been rough lately. I mean, it's like we've been new, Johnny. We've been new that they're not gonna have a happy ending. Yeah, yeah, that's cute. I like that. That they hand out candy. I don't know. I like to think, like, they're just dressed up because they think it's fun. I don't know. I didn't think about the specifics. Maybe this is an alternate universe where everything's fine. And they're going to the office Halloween party or something. But that would raises the question of, like, what everyone else would dress up as, though. I feel like Sasha, the kids challenge themselves to go to the witch's house. The witch's house, but it's just the Scottish cottage. And they're like, what the fuck do you want? Like, here's some candy. I don't know why you're trick-or-treating at our house. Elias doesn't dress up. Or alternatively, Elias dresses up as Jonah Magnus. I think it'd be funny if he dresses up as Jonah Magnus and he's just like, like, I think this is so funny, but nobody else will get it. Because I feel like that's a very Jonah thing to do. I think that's a very Jonah thing to do, which is like the worst because it's the fucking like nobody else gets it. Like, I just very passionately hate Elias. It dresses up as John. John would hate that. John would. In like an actual office party in canon, John wouldn't dress up, and then Tim would give him a Sims headband, and John would just put it on, but he doesn't get it because he doesn't play video games. I mean, everybody goes home when they see Elias. I feel like that's the mood when anybody sees Elias. They're like, goodbye. The fun's over. Elias is here. Not Sasha dresses up as the actual Sasha. That's so mean. No, Sasha's fine in this universe. Sasha's completely alive, and it's the normal, correct Sasha. And she's just like, I don't know. She and Tim probably have matching costumes. My favorite, like, thing... Look at them. God, they're so cute. I love them. They're just in love. And they're married. And they're just okay, I should pull up reference images. Hold on. Oh, ignore that. That's definitely not a spoiler for one of the videos that I'm doing in the future. Don't look at those lyrics. And don't look at the lyrics, Barbara Beetlejuice. Don't we all miss the Admiral? Is that not the universal experience? Don't we all? Hello. Oh yeah, there are actual people dressed up as them, except it's that. Don't look at the lyrics. It's fine. This is their cat. It's not the Admiral, but I imagine that John and Martin get their own cat. In the correct universe. I'm going as an evil version of myself. Yeah, I feel like that's a very TMA thing. Names it the captain. That would be cute. And I feel like it would be something dumb. Because both of them are like these. You're going as Schlatt? That's iconic of you. Don't be depressed about it. Look at him. I keep checking the time because I'm supposed to make dinner for my family today, but I forgot to take a meat out of the freezer, so we're gonna just fucking wing it. I hope the Admiral is fine and safe. Here's the thing. Technically, Johnny, I believe there's like something in podcast rules or like the rating that they're in, where they can't hurt animals on screen. So the Admiral will be fine canonically because you can't prove otherwise. You can't prove that he's not fine, which means that he is fine. I feel like all cats are avatars of the hunt because I mean not all cats. I feel like it depends on the cat. But I feel like a lot of cats are avatars of the hunt. What's with no? Why are you saying no? What's so sad? Hunt avatars are objectively the least sexy. Why? First of all, why would you want cats to be sexy? Also, Daisy is sexy as hell. What hair color do I want for Martin? My hair color for Martin varies wildly depending on how I feel. We'll give him... Do you not remember that the song All Cops Are Bastards and I Am Gay? That is what most of the Daisy comments say. Boom, 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 boom. She's like a woman named Sheila who makes awful pumpkin. What? What does that mean? I'm so confused. Okay. Can I just say my favorite part of my Martin design are his eyebrows. They're so round. Yeah. I do normally draw him with dyed hair, which is what I'm trying to do now. That's too yellow. I don't know. I'm bad at Martin. He's just friend shape. He is. He's shaped like a pal. He's shaped like a friend. His name is Martin. And I love him with my entire... I would die for him. That's not what I wanted to happen. If he asked me to kill someone, I would do it. And not hesitate for a second. Okay, look at you, strawberry blonde, feeling strong. Okay, and I gotta get the lonely hair stripe. What was the ew? Do you not like my singing? I'm so talented, Ollie. Do you not love me? The lonely. It's fine, he got better. It's fine. It's fine, he got better. He got better, he's fine. But now he has a cool hair stripe. If Elias dies, shush. It's fine. He's fine. Everyone's fine. What's your favorite song from Mitski? I don't honestly listen to a lot of music, which is like, I made my whole brand like, drawing things to music, and I don't listen to music, which is like, I'm cursed for my hubris and my work is never finished. Well, I forgot to draw his pants line. It's fine. I'll just do that. I didn't answer the question. You labeled yourself as a Jonah Kinney, but you aren't actually. However, you did simp for him for a long time, and I don't forgive you. I'm a John Kinney, to nobody's surprise. To absolutely nobody's surprise, I'm a John Kin. Remember how Harry Alex was in Beetlejuice? What was going? He was just living his life. Don't be a Jurgen Kinney. I'm sorry. Okay, if you have school, leave. Oh my god, let me fucking use the bucket tool. This is an anti-Jurgen Leitner space. All my homies hate Jurgen Leitner. I hate Elias so much. I'm sorry. I physically cannot like him. Jurgen Leitner does not have rights. Jurgen deserves more than a pipe? No, he got exactly what he deserved. Which is that he gets murdered. He got what he deserved, which is murder and death. Good, yes. Hating Jonah is the correct emotion. My god, let me use the bucket tool, you coward. There we go. Jonah sucks. Jonah is a bastard. He's from Victorian England. Why would you like him? He's terrible. My hot take is that Jurgen Leitner looks exactly like Peter Pettigrew from the original Harry Potter films. And I'm gonna look him up just so you understand. So Peter, I misspelled fucking Peter. Peter Pettigrew. This is what Jurgen Leitner looks like, and you can't tell me that I'm wrong because it's a podcast. And the only description we get of Jurgen is that he is portly, which means this is Jurgen. When I make a TMA movie, I'm proving, no, this is Jurgen. This is Jurgen. This is Jurgen Leitner. Like, Jurgen Leitner has the same exact energy as Peter Pettigrew. Peter Pettigrew pretended to be a rat for years, and Jurgen Leitner is a rat, and he lived in the tunnels. And like, how does that not have the same exact energy as avoiding the consequence? Like, avoiding the consequences of your actions by hiding in a tunnel has the same energy as hiding from the consequences of your actions by pretending to be a rat. Also, they both don't like goths because Sirius Black would have beat the shit out of Peter Pettigrew. And Gerard Keed, did beat the shit out of Jürgen Leitner. They have the same exact energy. They, like, listen, I'm correct. Therefore, based on this extraordinarily scientific research, Jürgen Leitner looks exactly like Peter Pettigrew. Thank you for your time. A mix between... You're just listing people that you simp for. Which is unfortunate to both Steve Buscemi and Jeff Goldblum. But do you truly think that Jürgen Leitner deserves to look like Jeff Goldblum? He doesn't deserve it. Yo, swag drawing, thank you. I'm drawing John Morton as Adam and Barbara because they're both horror couples, and I love them. Chimp, shut the fuck up challenge. That was wrong, but that's I really don't have a consistent design. This art is pop. Thank you. But yeah, I'm drawing them as Adam and Barbara. I'm literally doing my Beetlejuice homework for... Oh, that's cool. I miss Beetlejuice. I miss the days where I drew Beetlejuice art, but the creepy people got into my art, and I don't want. Everybody here probably fails No Simp September. I never joined No Simp September, therefore I can't have failed it. I win. Oh, you're doing a TMA base. Cool. I love Beetlejuice. I miss it, but bad creepy people got into my art. Now I don't want to make any more art for it because I don't want them to look at my art. I never joined Sim September, so I win because I can't win something. I can't win a competition that I never started. I can't lose a that's what I meant to say. What hell word? Drawn with a cane bites. Yes, he has chronic pain. Yes, I'm projecting. No, I don't care that I'm projecting. He has a cane. I love him. I love Michael. I dislike Helen. That's valid, except it's not valid because I love Helen. But I also do love Michael. I kind of wish that both of them could exist at the same time because I just would love to see interactions between the two of them. I love them both, and they're both valid because neither of them particularly wanted to. I don't know. I think they're both interesting characters, and I love them. She did kill Michael, but she's like, I don't know. She's also as much of a victim of the spiral as Michael was. She was the only reason that she became a full avatar, but was out of like desperation. And I don't know. I think they're like. Both of them serve as examples of, like, being an avatar doesn't necessarily mean that, like, you had bad intentions. Like, I don't know. I think they're both interesting characters. I love Helen. I also just love her during season 5 because she keeps showing up and she's like, hello, why aren't you a monster yet? John, you fucking dick. And I'm like, Queen, I love you. Helen and Michael with a radio show. Is that just Welcome to Night Vale? Is it just Welcome to Night? I think we just made Welcome to Night Vale again. I think we've circled back to Welcome to Night Vale. It's not the right skin tone for I really need to save the colors that I use. No. Okay. It's like that tweet that's like, it's just the nature of humanity to invent Homestuck again, except it's Welcome to Night Vale. Honestly, Michael existing as a character is like the main reason why I don't understand why people simp for Gertrude. Like, I don't understand why people ship for Lies, and I really don't understand why people simp for Gertrude. Like, what did... Gertrude was not a good person. Like, MILF rights, like, I get it. Like, MILF rights, I get that. Like, MILF rights, like, I get it. But... you know... like, like, she's not a good person, though. Don't simp for her. Like, MILF rights. But...
surprise cameo.
I don't think that came up on the mic. Okay.
Surprise cameo.
I don't know. I don't know. Ask the chat. Did you hear Connor? Chat, did you hear Connor try? Oh, there you go.
They did?
They did. He's leaving now. I mean, you could just watch the stream.
I could, but why would I do that when I can see it even more in line?
I mean, Connor's my twin brother. And he just popped, and now he's gone. Goodbye. Oh, my phone just vibrated. What's going on? Typical sibling behavior, yeah. Twin squad. Yes, we're twins. I'm a fraternal twin. It's the biggest plot twist of the century. I don't know. I love John. Looks at John, thinks about John every day. I think about John. And I cry because he deserved so much better than what he got. Kisses him on the mouth. I love you. You deserve so much more, my sweet prince. I have to give Martin eye bags too. He's also tired of life. Oh, I can't forget John's leg. Now we're just gonna add some scars. His burn is on this hand. It did humble him though. What? Predictions for TMA? I have predictions, but here's the thing. My predictions are sad. So I don't want to talk about. It's not the Admiral. I guess it could be. I just like to think that John and Martin get their cat. They get a cat. I just wanted to draw a cat Beetlejuice. Well, the thing is, in canon, it's implied that John, even if, number one, well, do I want to get into it, the sadness of it? This is supposed to be a fun, wholesome stream where everything's fine. It's gonna be sad. Like, it's gonna be sad, and I'm not entirely sure that they're gonna be able to fix the world. That's my take, because of the recent episode with the ants and stuff. They literally were having a whole thing. It's like sometimes, what's his face, like to think that there was a queen, that if they killed the queen, then everything would be fixed, and that was specifically in the ant episode. And then it like immediately afterwards, like, but he knew that was a false hope. And it's like, that's that parallels to Martin thinking that if they kill Elias, then everything's gonna be fine. And we've seen repeatedly that even if the Avatar gets killed, the domain doesn't go away. Like, just because Jude Perry got killed doesn't mean that, like, the desolation went away. Something just, like, took its place. So, killing Elias, who, let's just say, hypothetically, is the avatar of the entire, of the eye and of, like, everything, killing him isn't gonna fix it. So, there are some people theorizing that the web is gonna wind up helping, fix the world, because the web, like, there is something about the web liking the world as it is and not liking this new world. So I don't think the saving the world is going to be as simple as killing Elias. That being said, John's going to die. Like, I have no doubts about that. Because, for a couple of reasons. I think they might be able to fix it, but I'm not entirely sure. But I know John's going to die. Because we've seen a lot of foreshadowing of the archives burning. And here's the thing. In episode 160, during the statement that released the world, Elias specifically calls John. He does not call John the archivist, because John is not the archivist. John is the archives. John is the holder of experiences of fear. He doesn't record them, like, he holds them and he collects them. He is the archives. I don't think he's the archivist anymore. He's the archives themselves. So if they're going to have to burn down the archives, and we also know for a fact that John cannot exist in the normal world anymore. We saw that with Selesa's. And their, like, temporary reprieve, and John just not being able to exist without the eye. Yeah, John, it's, like, complicated, but yeah, John's not gonna make it. I think if let's say, if they wind up burning down the archives, and let's say that'll fix everything because it's killing the domain itself instead of just the avatar, it'll kill John. If John gets switched back, he's either gonna go away like how he did in Salaces, or he's just gonna die in the process of it, because he himself is the archives. And if the archives have to get burned down and John is the archives, he's going to die. And I also think that makes sense in a, like, sadder way, because the whole idea of, well, this is just depressing, but the whole idea of the entities is they do what's worst for you, and Martin is the lonely, so, like, even if, like, I don't know, it's not going to be a happy ending, like, even if they do manage to fix the world. In conclusion, it's fine. But actually, here's the thing. It's fine. It's not canon. It's fine. That's why I like making fluff content. I say, but I also make a lot of sad content for TMA. But I have a lot of thoughts. It's not gonna be happy, but like it's gonna be well written. It's gonna be well written. It's just gonna be sad. Yeah, my take is if like you are a person who like you don't know if you're gonna be able to handle like a sad ending, TMA maybe take a break from TMA, because like I know a lot of people get concerned. Like people will get mad at Shawnee, and I don't want that to happen. Like I don't know. This isn't like this was never gonna be a happy story. All hail the fix-it fix. Yeah, my favorite fics to read are just fics that have nothing to do with the original universe. And they're just like I've read this one really well written fic where John was like a theater tech and Martin was a nurse, and John kept winding up in the emergency room for because he got injured in various ways, and it was like analogous to his actual injuries in canon, except they were caused by stupid theater accidents. And it was a really good fic. Like it was very well written, and I did cry. But it was very soft, and I liked it. I like her comfort too. That really the peak is just the safe house era. The peak is just safe house era. Like that's what we want. I'm debating how I forget what it's called. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. Fairy tale AUs are also cute. But everything's just. I like Moth John. Yes, John's a little moth. John's Mothman. No, it's fine. It's safe house fix, except everything's fine, and they just are in love and cute and are in love. I don't know. Moth John, go burr. I don't know how to make this cat look more like Beetlejuice. Notice I like. Hello, yes, hi. We're drawing, John and Martin as Adam and Barbara. Ooh, that did not work. I fucking hate the fill tool because I always have gaps. Season 3 was my favorite up until... I don't have a... How can I give a cat green hair? I love season 5. I love all the seasons. I don't know. I love them all for different reasons. I feel like my least favorite was probably season 3. Because it's like, it was fine. Just wasn't my favorite. I love that. I love Murder Club. Murder Club is one of my favorite stupid statements. Because it's so dumb. Like the fact that it just opens with, I know how it sounds, but Murder Club wasn't supposed to be like this. Like, it's so funny. I love it. Like, yes, we know that anatomy class is like one of the peak like funny haha statements because of the absurdity of it, but Murder Club is so fucking underrated. They just kill each other. It's like, I know how it sounds, but Murder Club wasn't supposed to be like that. And it's the same amount of, yes, as the guy who marries a beetle. Like, good for him, it came. He found love. And yes, it was a bug, but who cares? He found love. Anatomy class, go brr. I mean, yes, it is a criticism of true crime, and like all of these statements do actually have like important messages in them. but like just the conceptual idea of like, yeah, I was in a club for like true crime, and then one day we all just collectively killed a man and decided that we would just all kill each other. Smiley face. I know how it sounds though, but Murder Club wasn't supposed to be like this. Hello, I love your work. Thank you. Commission me. A true crime happened to me? Yeah. I'm just bullshitting this floral pattern. I see no difference. Love is love, except yes, exactly. It's just a beetle. Has a beautiful beetle wife, and I can't. Like, why would I ever be mad at that? He's in love. He found a happiness, and yes, it was a beetle. But like, should we judge him for that? He's happy. And clearly, yes, Oliver. What are you judging me for? Are you judging me for man and bug by chance, lovers by choice? True crime in my murder club? Yeah. Look at them. I fucking hate this floral pattern. I have to do so much stippling. But it's worth it because they look so cute. And I love them. They're beautiful. Beautiful OTP. They're in love. I acknowledged you, Ollie. I don't know if you said something else. It didn't come up in chat. I can't see it. Could you say it again? I saw that you said my name and then I didn't see any message after that. Mag 100? Which one was that? I don't remember them by numbers. I remember them by content. Oh, I love the guy, the buried avatar, Hecaziah. Thank you for liking my art. There's so many messages. I'm trying to read the whole chat. Yes. What? There's so many good statements. Out of like all of the statements, my favorite statement, yes, is John. Yes, I like Mag 81. What of it? It was one of the, oh yeah. All of the random. That was so funny. It's also like, love bombing is so creepy. I like the one where the guy eats the computer. Just like good for you, King. Like, you're gonna just eat, like, computer mukbang ASMR. Like, computer mukbang ASMR. I'm like, good for you, King. Like, you go. Binary is so scary. Counterpoint. Computer mukbang. I mean, there's a lot of scary statements. I like the priest one. That one was just fucking wild. Look at them. I have to add shading and shit now. Yes, exactly. You get it. I'm gonna... Okay, shading. Clip mask. Damn, you guys can remember. Wait, this reminds me of the stranger statement with Graham, where somebody asked Johnny why Graham was eating his notebooks, because that didn't happen to Sasha when she got not them. So like, why did it happen to Graham when he got not them? And then Johnny just replied, I don't know, guy had some spooky shit happening to him. And like, King, I love that. Like, Graham really was like, oh, fuck, God, oh, fuck, I'm getting haunted by this clown. Better eat my fucking notebook. Good for you, King. Guy has some issues. Yeah, like being replaced by an eldritch horror. Number one. That's probably up there. Are the baby spiders going everywhere? I love the statement of the guy getting hunted by the spider he killed when he was a child. It's so funny. Like, he really just killed a spider when he was like 8 and then was like, okay, time to like go on with my life. And he just kept getting fucking haunted by this spider. And it ended with him getting killed by a spider. I'm like, this is so fucking stupid. I love it. I'm like, oh my god, you killed a spider. Imagine you kill a spider. POV, you kill a spider. You were 7 years old. And then you just get fucking, like, haunted by it. Like, how... I would not remember that spider existed. I would be like, who the fuck is this bitch? Oh, yeah, he was killed by the spider at the end. It was like his body was found with, with, I think it was a foreign organic substance. But the bigger thing was that he was found encased in web. I believe you're supposed to infer that he got choked to death by the spider. After having it wrapped him up and then it strangled him with its own body, I guess. It's so funny. I'm not afraid of spiders. Spiders are just like they're just little friends. They're just friends. If I were a TMA avatar, I would be End or Extinction because I have existential fears. But like the web, no. The web's just fucking chilling. Like, good for you, web. You're gonna hunt. I still think it's so funny that he got haunted by a spider. The spider had a grudge. I just think that's so funny. Is it Spider Appreciation Hours? Technically, but we were talking about the statement that a guy was getting haunted by a spider, and I think it's really funny. Oh yeah, the Lost John's Cave, where you hear the audio at the end where it's like, take her, not me. That one was fucking whack. Yeah. I like the Vast because I like Simon Fairchild because his eyes are just completely impeccable. And you want to steal people's skin, so you're an avatar of the stranger. Hello, Nicola Kinney. Haunted, I love it. It's like, it's one of the, another statement that my friends and I like to make fun of is the suburban one where all the houses look the same. Because it's just like, Johnny, all the houses look the same. That's not a horror statement. That's just what suburbia looks like. Like, oh, you don't see anybody? Yeah, that's what it's like. God, I like, also the episode where the guy was like, what the fuck is my upstairs neighbor doing? And then it just turned out that his house was completely covered in meat. And the fact that okay, this is my favorite piece of TMA lore. My favorite fucking thing is that the flesh's ritual was literally just putting a bunch of meat in a hole. Like, remember the one statement where the guy just, like, got caught up in, like, this ritual because he was just, like, a bunch of people were getting in line and just, like, putting meat in a hole? And I just, like, I didn't want them to kill me, so I just got in line with them. And we just fucking were putting meat in a hole. And whenever you die, you just get also put in the hole. And I'm like, that's the ritual? Meat pit, meat pit, meat pit, meat pit. It's so funny. It's just a meat pit. It's just a pit of meat. Like, there's nothing. Like, all the other rituals have, like, some fucking, like, symbolism or whatever. And, like, the desolation is so fucking dramatic with their ritual. They, like, had a whole human child. But then the flesh is just, like, meat pit, meat pit, meat pit. This is just adding on to my theory that right now COVID is just a lonely ritual. You'd think it's corruption because it's like a pandemic or whatever, but if you think about it, more of the rules are about avoiding social and human contact. And you know what that seems like to me? It's a lonely ritual. The flesh has 2 brain cells. Honestly, all of the all of all of the fears have 2 brain cells. Fear soup. Yes. Fuck Robert Smirks trying to like define fear itself. Fear soup. It's just all fears. It's fear soup. Yeah, it's the only shtick is to bring this paranoia, self-isolation, the desperation of human contact. This capitalism is a lonely ritual. Capitalism, here's the thing, as Johnny has demonstrated with like all of the different things, capitalism is just all of the entities. Capitalism is just evil, period. It's all of them. It's all of the evils. Time to turn this into a multiply layer. That was the wrong way. Then we're just gonna adjust. Bye, good luck on your drawing, King. Capitalism is bad, and that's just all of season 5. All of season 5 is just like capitalism bad, and we were like, thank you, Johnny, very cool. Sweeney Todd, I need to watch Sweeney Todd. I've never watched it, but I hear it's fun. I really need to like get into some more classic horror besides TMA, because like I'm kind of a pussy, not gonna lie. But like, on God, bro. Horror's kinda sexy. I do miss Breakin' and Hope. They were the OG. I love them. They're just fucking having a good time. Color dodge. Now it's time to do my highlights. BuzzFeed Unsolved. I do love BuzzFeed Unsolved. Of course I'm subscribed to Bun. All they wanted to do was deliver, yes. Were they evil? Yeah. Like, they did inflict harm. They were evil, but, like, they were in love, bro. They were in love. Were they evil? Yeah. Their whole thing is that they would bring destruction to a place and then leave it as it was being destroyed so nobody knew it was them. They were just doing their job, yeah, but their job was to, like, bring eldritch horrors into different places. They were actively inflicting harm. Is something evil if it obeys its own nature? I mean, this is just getting into Johnny Sims' argument about what is a human and like being a human, like a human being is like capacity for evil or something. I would argue that if you're not knowingly inflicting harm, you are evil if you're knowingly inflicting harm. And I believe that they were knowingly inflicting harm. So, I don't know. We could argue the morality of Beacon and Hope. I do still love them and wish they were fine. But yes, a tiger is not evil. This is just getting into Johnny Sims' argument about what is evil. Something like an animal is a person if it is capable of choosing to do harm and knowing that it's harm. Like, I'm not gonna blame a fucking wolf for like eating food, even if its food is like, an animal. But like, like when a cat looks at you dead in the fucking eyes and knocks a glass off the table and you know that it knows that it was not supposed to do that, that is a creature that it has the capacity to understand morality. I would just recommend looking up Johnny's speech about like which animals are people and which ones aren't. Why isn't there a fear of cats? There should not be a fear of cats. Cats are lovely. I mean, no. Cats are so good. Why would you be afraid of them? Like, yes, they are bastards. Pigs are evil. Pigs are just so fucking demented. I love them. Like, if you ever want to get rid of a body, take it to a pig pen. Do you know that the reason why farmers remove the tusks on their domestic pigs is because if it accidentally like cuts itself, all of the pigs will immediately fucking cannibalize it at the smell of blood? Pigs are evil. Also melt the bones in limestone, yes. Pigs are evil creatures. We're not gonna get into, but like they're obeying their own nature. Yeah, but here's the thing. Pigs are fucking evil. I'm not debating this. They just are. They're horrendous creatures. No, again, don't take this for me not liking pigs. I love them. When I was like 10, I went to a farm and we fed baby pigs, and they're so cute, and I love them. But I'm just saying they are just fucking batshit creatures. And like the one statement about like the monster pig, I think that was just a normal pig. Like, I don't think that was like an entity pig. I think that's just a pig that's like a pig that's just particularly batshit. I entirely believe that pig was just like completely normal, but just like more batshit than usual. Opinions on dolphins. Capable of evil. They can be nice, but some of them do bad things. And listen, I associate dolphins with the weird fucking research experiments people have done with dolphins. Like the one where they made it live in a house to see if they could teach it language. They had the dolphin in like a flooded house and had it live with this lady to see if they could teach the dolphin language. But then the dolphin got fucking horny for the lady, because it had never seen another dolphin. So then it kept trying to fuck the lady, And then instead of like just having it not do that, they made the lady give it hand jobs or something. Oh, and they gave it like acid or whatever. It's a, I would look it up. It's a wild research project. It's so, yeah, it's wild. But that's it. Like, it's just a wild thing that happened. Oh, we're talking, the research experiment where, they flooded a house to see if they could teach a dolphin language, and then they made a lady give it hand jobs. You know, normal science. This is how science works. Um, yeah, I don't know what else. This picture is finished. I could. A human, yes. Yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah, they made a human do that to a dolphin. I'll just add some, like, darker shadows or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of batshit fucking research out there. And, like, completely unethical research. Why would they do that? I don't know. Humans are fucking insane. I don't know. They were trying to teach the dolphin language and they gave it like ketamine and acid. Don't delete it from your mind. If I am cursed with this knowledge, so are you. Also, I think dolphins like kill. No, this is otters. I'm thinking of otters. Dolphins like rape fish or something. Like some dolphins do that, not all dolphins. So, yeah, dolphins are capable of evil. They gave people drugs to do. There's a lot of really fucked up CIA experiments that border on eugenics. I mean, some dolphins are nice. Like, there's the videos of the dolphins, like, bringing people's phones up. I think dolphins are like people in that there's a bunch of really fucked up dolphins. Like, there's a ton of fucked up people. But I think there's some nice ones, too. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know why this, like, happened. But it did. Unfortunate. But, I don't know, science is such a fun thing. Exactly. See, we circle all the way back to Johnny Sim's speech about which animals are capable of evil or not. And cannibalism. Again, meat is meat. Meat is meat is meat. I mean, what's interesting is a lot of animals do have language processors that are like similar to ours, which is where you get those videos of these dogs like pressing different buttons to communicate. Like, these dogs had the intelligence to understand this language before. All we're doing is just giving them tools. And it's the same thing with like we've taught like gorillas how to do ASL. And like there was one that was like this really sweet story. There's one that was actually friends with Robin Williams. Yeah, like Billy Speaks. Yes. So there was this gorilla who was like friends with Robin Williams, and like he would visit the gorilla. And like the gorilla was so sad when she found out. So like, yeah, I think it's really interesting that a lot of animals, like, there's probably some way that we can teach a dolphin to communicate with us. I just don't think that the method was to lock it in a flooded house and give it drugs. I think we could probably do something with, like, this way we're using dogs and teaching them buttons. Because dolphins are actually remarkably intelligent, and their intelligence, I believe, even borders on, like, human level. So I would be really interested to know, like, how do they communicate? I know the mechanisms is good because it is Johnny, and I should listen to it. But again, my dumb brain is just like, I can only like 2 things at a time. I know Johnny's just like that. Johnny DeVille has canonically done cannibalism, I think. I don't know how we would communicate with dolphins, but I bet there's a way we can teach them. I think but here's the thing. The way that we teach them shouldn't be to lock them in a house and give it drugs. I know Johnny DeVille I know that he's canonically done every crime, which I think is just funny because that means he's gotten arrested for loitering, which I just think is funny. Like, Johnny, I know. I'm aware of this fact about Johnny. And I just think it's fucking funny. He's done tax fraud, which I think is accurate because I don't believe Johnny DeVille knows how to do taxes regularly. But here's the thing: does this count like every law? Like, are we talking about the really, like, you know how a lot of states have like weird, archaic laws that aren't enforced anymore, but are still technically illegal? Like, did Johnny get arrested for having ice cream in his back pocket? Like, that's illegal somewhere, I think. Like, I need to know the extent of it. This also brings me to another highly debated point, which is I want to know the extent of Elias's capacity to look through eyes. As in, okay, now I'm gonna merge all these layers because I'm not a fucking coward. And I'm gonna explain what I mean. So, would you say that those 2 dots are eyes? I'm waiting for the chat because there's a bit of a delay. Are those 2 dots eyes? Just like completely out of context, those are not eyes. Right. But here's the thing. Now they are eyes. But now they are. Because I gave it a mouth. So now it's eyes. Right? So Elias would be able to look at it because now it's a face. See, like that's a face. Which means these are eyes. So Elias would be able to look out of it. Right? Like right now, Elias would be able to look out at me because this is a face and these are the eyes. But here's my thing. What if, so it was a face, right? So these were at one point representations of eyes. But what if I erase it again? Are those still eyes? Would Elias be able to look at me now? Are those eyes still now? Completely devoid of the context of a face. But if I draw it like this, you don't need the context of a face to know that that's an eye. But these aren't eyes anymore when I erase the context of a face. But are they still representation of eyes just because that they were representations of eyes? And would Elias be able to look at me through them? I need to know the extent of it, Johnny. Johnny, I need to know the defined extent of it. Then Elias he can see through eyes and representations of eyes. He can't see through a blind person's eyes, but he can see through eyes and representations of eyes. So like this, those are eyes. And this is Elias looking at it. Yes, I know everything is relative. I'm not fucking Robert Smirk, but like I want it. But like, are those eyes now? Those are eyes. Like, you could say that maybe a person could still look at those and go, oh, those are eyes. But then now it's a penis. Like, I want to know. Are those still eyes? Are those still eyes? Johnny, are they still eyes? Johnny, are they still eyes? But then I can do this, and now it's eyes again. I don't know. My take is, so like, I draw a face. And then I erase the face, and then it's just dots. Are those eyes still? Are they eyes, Johnny? Can Elias watch me through them? But like, would you know those are eyes? What if I erase the lines under them? And then now it's just two dots floating in space. What if it's just one of the dots? Is that an eye? Something power of human perception if you think they're eyes. Yes. But like, what if, like, what if the representation of eye is fluid? Like, if something once represented an eye now is devoid of the context of representing an eye? What about false eyes? Like, if I draw an anime girl, like if I draw a cat, an anime cat or whatever, Elias can look through them because those are eyes. But then I erase it. And I devoid it of its context that defined those specific lines as representations of eyes. But they once did represent eyes. So are they still eyes? The intention that I had when drawing these shapes were to represent eyes. But now it's devoid of the context. So now it just, like if somebody were to... I have thought about this so much and I want to know. He can look through eye emojis. I feel like those are clearly defined enough representations of eyes to look. Do potato eyes count? I don't think so because it's a part of a plant. This is so evil. But I just want to know. Like, I want to know. I'm trying to think of it like, if I draw a representation of an eye, right? If I draw a representation of an eye, so this is a person. Like, hi, this is a person. Just a random person. Eyes, right? Right? But here's the thing. Hold on. Let me make my point. This is taking longer than I wanted it to. It's Toph now. That's earthbending. That's Toph now. These are representations of eyes. But they're eyes you can't see out. Can Elias... But what if I draw somebody who, like, is legally blind? So this is legally blind Alexander Hamilton. This is legally blind Alexander Hamilton. He has -8 out of 20 vision, so he can still see some things. He can perceive color and stuff, but he doesn't see things clearly. If Jonah Magnus, yes, legally blind pro game. What about closed eyes? They're representations of eyes, so can Elias look at them or not? This makes me so angry. If he looks through, like, this is a mantis shrimp or whatever, and excuse me because I don't have a reference image, but let's say this is a mantis shrimp, and they have eyes, right? But what's interesting about mantis shrimp is that they have more, they have more color receptors than we do, so they are capable of perceiving colors that we cannot perceive. But Elias/Jonah himself can only perceive the colors that are within the human light spectrum. But he can look through a mantis shrimp. But his brain does not have the capacity to understand the colors of different eyes. The colors. Would his brain just process it into something that, like, the humans would understand? Or would he perceive those colors? He would perceive the colors through the shrimp's eyes, but his brain is human, and his brain only understands the colors within the human. I have so many thoughts. Johnny. Johnny, I need to know. Johnny, I need to know. What if he looks through a cat's eyes or a dog's eyes? Dogs have limited color vision. If he look... What about Michael, though? There's spiral... the thing is, spiral questions, I feel like it makes sense for them not to be clearly defined because it is a spiral. I hope you're not Johnny Sims over email about this. Listen. Johnny Sims joins the stream right now. Somebody... Johnny needs to join this stream so I can yell at him about what constitutes representation of an eye. What about cultural symbols of eyes? For example, I forget the exact culture this comes from, but the representation of an evil eye. I'm not drawing the color specifically, but it's something like this. But to somebody not of the culture, they might not recognize that that's supposed to be an eye. But it's supposed to be an evil eye to ward off, spirits or something. But, it's in a specific cultural understanding. And Jonah is so fucking white. Would he be able to? But, what if someone recognizes it as an eye, then it is? But, would Jonah? Is it if somebody recognizes it as an eye, or if Elias recognizes it as an eye? What about here's another thought. I'm whipping out so many fucking sketches for you people. What about what about okay. If the but what does the beholder define as an eye? Is it if something was a representation of an eye, but okay, so let's talk about a skull for a second. These are not representations of eyes. However, they are eyeball adjacent, they're eye sockets. Would the eye be able to see out of it? Number 2. This is question number 2. So I'm filling in the eye sockets. They are eye sockets, so they're eyeball adjacent. So number 1, would the beholder be able to see out of that? Number 2, it sans the skeleton now. Does that count? Does that count, Johnny? Johnny, does that count? Johnny, it's sans now. Can he see it now? Can you only see it out of a skull if it's sans the skeleton? Johnny. Johnny, I don't know. I don't know if sans counts as dead or not. I have so many questions. I have so many questions and no answers, Johnny. Johnny. My biggest one is still I feel like the biggest one is still the dots. Elias and Papyrus fight because they're equals. What? No! Don't rope Papyrus into this. Don't compare Papyrus to Elias. Papyrus doesn't deserve that. Papyrus is confident in himself, but that doesn't mean he's fucking Elias. I have so many questions. Johnny? Johnny. I have to write a vocab story for English class. I've decided to write a TMA statement. What entity should I go for? Apparently the eye. Apparently the eye. Because we've been talking about the eye and I'm fucking having a breakdown about it. Just go with whatever you want. But like, I'm in hell. God has cursed me for my hubris and my work is never finished. What constitutes as a representation of an eye? And does it have to presently be a representation of the eye? Does it have to I have so many thoughts. And I'm so mad about it. What about if it's like, if you see something, you know how there's the phenomena where like, sometimes there will be like, let's say that's a bolt. And that's like a bolt. and there's like a piece of metal here, and then like something like the phenomenon where like you're out and something just like looks like a face. But like it wasn't intended to look like a face, but your brain interpreted it as looking like a face. Which means that these nuts and bolts, like that were not intended to be eyes, that are not representations of eyes, you have now interpreted as eyes. Can he look through those? Does the intent have to be there when representing eyes? Johnny, I need to know these things. Yes, I know. Listen, Robert Smirk, no, fuck him, fuck defining things or whatever, fear soup. But I feel like this is something that I can ask for clarification on because it's a defined power, not a defined fear. It's just, a way that I don't think he thought about it that much. I beg to differ. I feel like he would because I feel like Johnny's the kind of person to think about it a lot. I thought I was done with these, but I'm gonna give them some ghost friends. Hold on. What about can he see through Brock Pokemon? I have to know, Johnny. Johnny, I have to know. Johnny. Should I give them ghost friends? Yeah. I need to think. Can he see through Brock Pokemon? Because Brock Pokemon can see. Like, we know that much. But, Johnny. Oh, they're dressed up as Barbara and Adam Maitland from Beetlejuice. Specifically the movie versions. Even though I'm more of a musical fan, because I like the outfits from the movie. And I thought it would be a fun way to, I don't know, because it's like a horror couple. Like a classic horror couple. The musical does slap. I had some older animatics from it. But Johnny. Johnny, I need to know, the specific extent. Johnny, I don't ask me why I need to know. I do, Johnny. Johnny. Johnny, I need to know. I don't know why I need to know, but I do. Something, something, this is irony, something, something, Robert Smirk, something, something, fear soup, nothing is clearly defined, especially not fear. But, Johnny. Can he see me through an anime cat girl or not? I feel like that answer is yes, because those are defined as eyes. I just want to know, Johnny. I just want to know, Johnny. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'll be streaming anyways, which is sorry, I know you just got here and I feel bad, but I have stuff I need to do. I have a life. I have to make dinner. But for now, I'm just drawing little ghosts, friends. But like Johnny, are they or are they not? I just want to know. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad you can draw them from school. I'm like barely. This year's the first year that I've done an art class in school. No, don't draw Elias Sands Undertale. Sands deserves better than that. I'm just making these ghosts more like ghosty. I feel bad. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be streaming. Hello. Oh, that's an interesting. I'm doing the draw feed tactic of just going through all the layer styles. Now that's interesting. Oh, huh. I think I'll just go and multiply. Then what I'm gonna do is I have a plan, don't worry. I always have a plan. I'm gonna make the background fucking black. Oh no, I never colored the cat's teeth. I'll go back and do that. But like now they're in the void. Oh. Sorry, Admiral. And then I'm gonna like No, that's two. Let me fucking let them make the ghost glow. Let me make the ghost glow. There we go. Hello, hi. I'm just chilling. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be streaming. Cause I already probably should have made my left. Like honestly, I probably should have ended streaming a while ago, but I'm still here. It's fine. I'm giving them little ghost friends. If we wanted to make this sad, we could say that the ghost friends are like Tim and Sasha. And then I get a third dead person. But, no. Yes. Sorry. I made it sad. I'm gonna give the ghost little. That would be sad. Third dead person is me. That's fair. I'm gonna color the ghost eyes because I feel like that would be cuter. Oh, I love them. I entirely added these ghosts on a whim, and like honestly, best part of the drawing. 10 out of 10. I think it's Jerry. Oh, that's sad. I love Jerry. Okay, so I'm almost done. I think all I gotta do is just do a quick. So what I'm gonna do is just add some quick backlighting, where the ghosts are. And then I think I'm gonna be done. Sorry. I'm gonna do it with the softer brush, and then I'm gonna go back with the harder brush and give some more defined highlights. And then we're gonna be done. So like, now I'll turn this layer into a highlight layer, so like color dodge. One of these days I really gotta do a tutorial for like how I draw, because I feel like, I don't know, I have a method to the madness. I don't need that color. So yeah, we're just adding some backlighting to incorporate the ghost a little more into the piece. I'm a fucking pretentious artist. But like, yeah, I don't know. And we can do some, like a last minute questions. What brush do you use for line art? I'd use Ibis paint for my art. Like, that's what I do, and it's just the generic dip pen hard, and I believe it's just the normal settings on it. It literally is nothing special. It's like one of the first generic brushes. You can adjust the settings on it, but I didn't. I just use it as is. What brushes would you recommend for making a glowing thing? Honestly, it comes down to technique, but what I normally do is like an airbrush. So I'll just merge that, and I'll just sort of explain what I do. So let's get that. And let's say you want something glowing like a red. Like you want a circle glowing red or something. That's fair. The dip pen, it just works better with pressure sensitivity for me than the. So what I'll do, okay, so I need to explain. So I'll get like, I'm just saying, like, for example, you're making like a red glowing thing. So add like a focus and then a more general light, and this is just the airbrush, normal. It's nothing special. And then I'll add like with a smaller airbrush, but still with the airbrush. Like I'll add like a white. And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll go back with the hard and have it clearly defined. And then that's just like a really quick and easy way to do like neon lights. So it's like, just to explain it more, it's like that's hard shape, and then like closer lighting, and then the general lighting with the color that you're using. I don't know, it's not like that complicated of a technique. And that's like kind of what I did here, except like, I don't know, I kind of fucked around a little bit. I think I'm gonna call it quits here, guys. I really should get going. I have to like make dinner for my family, like a good little housewife or whatever. I should have another video posted this week actually, because I've been working with some friends on a Halloween animation meme with some of my characters from Nadir. So that, I don't know, it's not finished yet. It should be finished by Halloween, so I'll get it posted when all of the parts are completed. But yeah, that'll be up soon this week, hopefully. but because I wasn't able to get it in time for today, that's why I streamed. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It's been a while since I've streamed. I really should do it more. But yeah, so like, thanks for coming, everyone. Y'all have been cool. And goodbye.